What up, guys? Today we're looking at the Blob, but let's get into it. So you get Marvel's The Blob, Marvel Legends series. You get the nice figure, looks nice. Then you get the artwork in the background. Then you get the X-Men in a nice blue and yellow. And then for the top, you get 60 years with the nice X-Men logo and the nice 60 in a nice yellow and white. And then you get the years in a nice blue and yellow. But for the side, you get this nice artwork of the Blob. Then Marvel Legends series. For the other side, you get the figure. Then you get Marvel Legends series. And for the back of the box, you get some more comic art in the background with the nice figure, the extra head and 2 hands. And it says Marvel's The Blob and Marvel Legends series. But let's get into it and crack this thing open. Here's the Blob's accessories, so let's look at them. So this head looks pretty good. You get the nice double chin right there with some wrinkles on the face with some freckles, and those eyes are nicely painted. You get some nice sculpted teeth with the tongue being nicely painted. Then the freckles are nicely painted too. Then you get a vein on the side of the head right there. Then the hair is nicely sculpted too. Looks nice. Those eyes are super nicely painted too. Those look good. Then you got a wrinkle on the back of the head. Looks nice. I can't believe how good they sculpted the teeth in on this. Looks nice. Like the face all around looks super good. But those lips are nicely painted too. Now for the hands, you get some nice freckles and some veins, and then the fingernails are nicely sculpted on. You get a grabbing hand too, and this fisted hand looks nice. You get some nice freckles and some veins with the fingernails sculpted. Looks nice. But now let's get into the Blob. Guys, here's the Blob figure outside of the box, but now let's look at him. So for the face, I wish there was a little bit more freckles, like on the cheek area, chin area, and the forehead area. But other than that, the eyes are nicely painted. They're not looking to the right or the left. They're facing straight ahead. The eyebrows are nicely painted too. And so are the lips. Those are nicely painted as well. Then the double chin is nicely sculpted. Same thing for the side of the face. There's some nice sculpted wrinkles that look good. Same thing for this side. And I just noticed there's not like those lines like over here, how there's like the wrinkles, the wrinkle lines. I wish they were like the same thing on this side, and they just copied it to this side. But the hair is nicely sculpted in. Looks nice all the way around. Then for the back of the neck, they sculpted in a nice wrinkle. Then going to the front of Blob, there's some nice wrinkles right here on the side area. Then going to the back of Blob, there's some nice wrinkles on the side area too. Then going down to the side of Blob on the bottom area, there's some nice love handles sculpted in, with some nice wrinkles. Same thing on this side. Then for the shoulder piece right here, I wish the yellow was a little bit painted, or I wish the yellow was painted better and the blue wasn't bleeding through on both sides. I could probably paint that myself and make it look a little better. But going to the arms, the freckles are nicely painted. They're nicely painted on the hands too, on both sides. The legs also have freckles on them. And the knees are nicely sculpted in with some wrinkles. On the back of the legs, there's also some freckles with some nice wrinkles sculpted in on the back of the thigh. For the belt, there's some nice sculpted in texture all the way around. Same thing for the wristbands. There's some nice sculpted texture. And on the blue part of the wristbands, There's some nice sculpted wrinkles on both sides. And I forgot to say there are some nice sculpted texture on this side too. But one thing I want to talk about is, why is the wristband yellow part darker than the belt and the shoulder area? Like, I didn't get that when I first took them out of the box. But for the the boots area, the yellow has some nice sculpted texture. Then for the blue part of the boots, there's some nice sculpted wrinkles, and there's some nice wrinkles for the feet area. Same thing for the back of the boots, there's some nice wrinkles. And then for the bottom of the feet, there's some nice peg holes. Then I think that is it for looking at Blob, but now let's get into the articulation. For the articulation, he looks that far down, looks that far up. You get that much head tilt. He does not do a 360, but you can get him to look that far to the left and look that far to the right. For the arms, they go that far out. They do a 360. You get elbow swivel, single jointed elbows. You get hand swivel, hands go that far in, then go that far out. For the diaphragm, he can go side to side. He does get swivel. Ab crunch goes that far forward, then goes that far back. He can do the splits. He kicks that far forward, kicks that far back. You get thigh swivel, single jointed knee. You get foot swivel. Then the feet go that far down, then go that far up. And that is it for the articulation. The Blob with his alternate head. And here is Blob with his other fist. And here is the Blob with his grabbing hands. Here is the Blob next to MODOK and Mojo. Here's Blob next to the Build-A-Figure Juggernaut and Wolverine. That's it for this review today, guys. I'd appreciate if you guys hit the big red thumbs up button. Comment down below what figure you guys would want me to review next. But I'll see you guys next time.